Hey guys, listen up. YouTube works with an algorithm. By you liking this video, it says to YouTube, this is an active channel, and it helps keep me full-time on YouTube. So, help me out guys. Like, share, and subscribe. When customers inquire about love magic, they usually ask, how long does it take for them to see results? This is a trivial question, and I think people need to understand how this works. Like all spells, it depends on the situation. If you broke up over not, you know what? I would say this. If you ran into a situation where there was a dispute because of something minute, such as not washing the dishes or taking the garbage out, or not showing up for an event, of course, there can be other things in play that has transpired that leads a person into blowing up and saying, you know what, I need time away from you. This is not as drastic as a situation of infidelity or shouting or disrespect. These are a very complicated area. Usually when you do a versus between a minor disagreement and an argument or infidelity, and sometimes if you want to go even darker, domestic violence, you have to understand that these are, they're not equal. The balance of resistance is not equal. On the scale, we have a minor dispute versus disrespect, infidelity, or domestic violence. I'm gonna throw it in there. I know this is very harsh, but the latter weighs more than the previous. So when you're doing love magic, you have to understand that it's going to take time to break the person down. In hindsight, if you're dealing with a minor dispute, maybe some days, maybe a week or two. But if you're dealing with the latter mentioned, you may be looking at a couple of weeks, if not a couple of months. Now, if you fall into domestic violence situation, you may find yourself sitting for a year or two. It's all trivial. It all depends on your situation. Do your rational reasoning for a moment. Which one do you think is heavier? The before mentioned or the latter? Because if you fall into the category of the beginning, you can guesstimate or you can estimate that it won't be long. Where per se the latter, there is resistance, there's hostility, there's anger. And the latter, usually you find these are really cutoff points. So the time frame that is going to take to get to that person's heart again is going to be longer. Now when you say, how long will it take for me to see results? What do you mean by how long will it take for me to see results? Because this is plural. Results mean movement. Now, what do you classify as movement? Do you classify the person sending you a text message? That is nice. But what you ultimately have to look at is the signs and omens. These are forms of movement. dream, you got to pay attention to your dreams, because when you're doing work, you're going to see things in your dreams. And these can be messages to guide you as to what's going on. Now, if you're walking down the street, you see your target's name on a billboard. You see your target's name on, in a newspaper. When you're just scrolling through, you're not even looking for it, and it just pops up right in front of your face. Or you go certain places and you hear love music in the air, and the love music is relating to your situation. You got to pay attention to those things. Now, depending on what spirit you're working with in the Haitian Vodou Pantheon, when it comes to love magic, you may see targets from your past popping up. You may see new people trying to come around you. These are signs of movement, because now you're utilizing a universal attractive force to draw your target back to you. So what happens in that sense is that you're going to have a plethora of people coming your way as well. You may not want those people, but that's naturally going to happen. So, how long will it take for you to see results? That depends on your situation. What did you do to end up in the situation that you're presently in?